Good evening, everyone. A very welcome to the Parenting Unit's Corporate Partners Awards ceremony. My name is Magdalene Kuman. I'm a volunteer in monitoring and evaluation with CUSO International, and I'll be the moderator for this afternoon. We're delighted to have you to join us for this evening at the beautiful Spice Island Beach Resort. Let us all stand for the national anthem. Thank you very much. You may sit. And I would like to call on Ms. Vilma Grislin Paul, Parenting Facilitator, to lead us in prayers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Shall we stand for prayer?
Oh, sorry.
Our God and our Heavenly Father, the one who has been our help in times past and is continued to be our help in times to come. We bow before your awesome throne of grace this afternoon, and we have come in the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ, the one who died on the cross of Calvary, in the presence of your holy angels and by the invitation and strength of your Holy Spirit. We have come here this evening, dear Father, because you have created a family and you have sent the family out. You told them, go, multiply and replenish the earth. We at the Ministry of Social and Community Development, we have heard that call, dear Father, and we recognize that the families that we have created, that you have blessed us with, there are times our skills, as we know that you did not necessarily send our children to us with a manual. However, dear Lord, we have seen and we have looked and we recognize, dear Lord, that as we come together and put our thoughts together, we can come up with best practices that can help each and every one of us so that we can raise and rear children that can be of a blessing to society. So we are here this afternoon, dear God, because you have blessed us with means and resources, and you have equipped us with gifts and skills and talents so that we can help our families in Grenada. And so, Lord, this evening, as we come to celebrate, as we come to give thanks to one another, as we come, dear Father, in collaboration, recognizing that it is by your strength and it's by your resources that we are able to touch the lives that we have touched so far. We are here to just encourage each other. We are here to remind each other that it is not by might, not by strength, but it is always by your Holy Spirit that we will do what we do and that we will receive the resources that we will receive. So now we ask the Lord that you will bless this evening's gathering. You will bless the proceedings. You will continue to be with each and every one of these entities who are here this evening and continue to pour out your blessings so that together, dear Lord, we can make Grenada a better place. Place, dear Lord, that can go even higher than it has gone so far. And now, dear Lord, as we sit this evening, may your Spirit be with us, bless, guide, and direct. And at the end, may we give you the praise, the glory, and the honor. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Paul, for the thoughtful and grounding prayer. As we begin this special ceremony, it's important to acknowledge the foundation upon which our work is built, a shared commitment to the well-being of Grenadian families. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Gloria Ann Thomas, Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Petal Rush, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for Social Development and Gender Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Dale Neptune, Keynote Speaker, Lead Parenting Facilitator, Champion of Community, Family and Nation Building, Ms. Chrissy Worm-Charles, Director of Social Development, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Jacinta Alexis, Program Officer, Gender Analyst and Head of the Gender Machinery, Division of Gender and Family Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Esteemed awardees, specially invited guests, other senior government officials, staff of the Ministry of Social Development and the Parenting Unit especially members of the media. It is particularly meaningful that we gather on the 15th of May, which, as many of you know, is International Family Day today. How many of you knew that? Put up your hand if you knew. Today, it's a very special day. Globally, and right here in Grenada, this day serves as an important reminder of the fundamental role families play in our society as the bedrock of our communities, our primary sources of nurturing and support, and the crucial link between generations. Our theme for this evening is strengthening families, building futures, honoring partnerships, which is why we're here, for resilience and growth. I would like to invite Ms. Colette Jeffrey Charles, Head of the Parenting Unit, to provide some welcoming remarks.
The Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs are truly delighted to have such a distinguished gathering here this evening. It is an honor to have Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas, Ministry for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Petal Rush, Permanent Secretary, Social Development and Gender Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Dale Neptune, our keynote speaker, Lead Parenting Facilitator. She's a Lead Parenting Facilitator, Champion of Community, Families and Nation Building. Ms. Chrissy Worm-Charles, Director of Social Development, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Jacinta Alexis, she's our Senior Program Officer in the Ministry of Social Development, Community and Housing Affairs. Your presence here this evening adds tremendous value to this event. Additionally, we extend a warm welcome to our amazing awardees, our esteemed guests, on all other members of staff from the Ministry of Social Development. Let's make this evening truly a memorable one as we foster a spirit of collaboration. I welcome you all to enjoy this special occasion, as we embrace the time of recognition and collaboration. Once again, it's a pleasure to be here. Welcome one and all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Charles, for your inspiring welcome and your unwavering leadership of the parenting unit. This week, we've had the distinct pleasure of running parenting sessions across several communities, and she's one of the lead facilitators. And it just gives me so much joy to see the work that the ministry is doing in uplifting families and providing skills to parents so that they could better parent and nurture their children. This unit is doing amazing work. I would now like, before I call on the minister, we're a little too quiet in the room. Can you just look at each other? I want each one of us to exchange a greeting. Can we just wish each other happy International Family Day to the person next to you? Just turn to the person next to you. Thank you. It's such an important day. You know, families is the pillar of the whole society. Now I'd like to call on the minister, Ms. Gloria Ann Thomas, Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, to greet us with some special remarks. Minister?
Thank you, Madam Moderator, Ms. Kuman. Ms. Petel Rush, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for social development and gender affairs in the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Dale Neptune, Keynote Speaker, Lead Parenting Facilitator, Champion of Community, Family and Nation Building. Ms. Chrissy Warm-Charles, Director of Social Development, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Jacinta Alexis, Senior Program Officer, Gender Analyst and Head of Gender Machinery, Division of Gender and Family Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Esteemed awardees, special invited guests, other senior government officials, staff of the Ministry of Social and Community Development and the Parenting Unit, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good afternoon to all. It is my great honor to address you today in observance of International Day of Families 2025, a moment recognized globally to acknowledge the irreplaceable role the family play in shaping healthy families, resilient communities, and sustainable nations. This day, designated by the United Nations and celebrated each year on May 15th, serves as a powerful reminder that families are not just private spheres of care, but public foundations of development. Whether in time of stability or crisis, it is within families that we find our first lessons of love, discipline, empathy, and perseverance. This year's observance, under the theme strengthening families, building futures, honoring partnership for resilience and growth calls us to reflect not only on the vital role families play, but also on how we, as institutions, businesses, and communities, can strengthen the ecosystems that support them. Today's ceremony is more than just an award presentation. It is a celebration of shared vision and enduring collaboration. It is our opportunity to formally recognize and honor the corporate and community partners who have stood with us quietly, consistently, and generously in building stronger, more resilient families across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. From providing sponsorship for parenting workshops, to supporting our counseling and outreach programs, to investing in youth mentorship and family empowerment initiatives, your contributions have expanded the reach and deepened the impact of our work in ways we could not have reached alone. You have helped us meet families where they are, whether in schools, churches, workplaces, or community centers, with tools and messages that empower parents, heal relationships, and nurture healthy development for children. Too often, public and private sector actors operate in parallel, but your involvement in parenting education reminds us that when we unite our missions, when government and business collaborate for social good, remarkable things happen. Public-private partnerships are not just financial transactions. They are investments in dignity, in potential, and in the well-being of future generations. They embody a model of development that is people-centered, inclusive, and sustainable. By standing with families, you are not only exercising corporate social responsibility, you are actively shaping a stronger social fabric. You are helping us respond to evolving challenges, economic pressures, social instability, digital risk, and environmental threat with compassion, foresight, and innovation. We speak today of families as pillars of resilience, and rightly so, because in the face of hardship, it is the family that serves as a first responder, whether adapting to natural disasters, economic hardships, or social disruptions. It is within the family that care is provided, strength is built, and recovery begins. Yet, we must also acknowledge that not all families are equally equipped to bear these challenges. That is why our collective role across ministries, companies, faith-based organizations, and NGOs is to create enabling environments that support every family to thrive. Let us be intentional in ensuring that parenting programs are well-resourced, that family counseling is accessible, that vulnerable households are reached, and that men and women alike are empowered as caregivers and co-builders of resilient communities. As we celebrate today's awardees, I also issue a call to continued partnership and renewed investment. Let us not become complacent. Let us recommit to innovation, expansion, and sustainability in our family-centered initiatives. Together, we can scale up parenting education programs in rural and underserved communities, integrate family well-being into workplace wellness and productive strategies, We can champion family-friendly policies that promote work-life balance and embed family resilience within Grenada's broader development agenda, including our work on climate adaptation, youth development, and community empowerment. To all our corporate and community partners being recognized today, please accept not just our appreciation, but our admiration. You are not simply supporters of a ministry's program. You are partners in progress, champions and change. On behalf of the Government of Grenada and the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, I thank you for believing in families, for standing with parents, and for helping us build a Grenada where every household has the tools to thrive. Let us continue to walk this path together. Let us be bold in our commitment, united in our purpose, and unwavering in our belief that strong families build strong nations. Thank you and congratulations to each of you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for your powerful address and the strong commitment of your ministry to supporting families and recognizing the vital role of our corporate partners. Your words underscore the importance of this collective effort in building resilient and thriving Grenada. Yesterday, we were at Willis, St. George, in the community there, and many parents turned up for one of the parenting sessions. And at the end of it, several of them came to us and they said they need longer sessions. They need more sessions. And that in itself is a testimony to the work that the ministry is doing, the parenting unit, but it's also a testimony to when we give people a little bit of more education, more help, more support, they also begin to realize what they need for their families to thrive. So for all of our corporate partners sitting here tonight, I personally want to say thank you for the work that you are doing in our community. I would now like to call on Ms. Chrissy Worm-Charles, the Director for Social Development in the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, to introduce our keynote speaker, Ms. Dale Neptune.
A pleasant good day to everyone, and it's my absolute pleasure to introduce Ms. Dale Neptune, Champion of Community, Family, and Nation Building. And I have the pleasure of calling her Sister Dale Neptune. So Sister Dale Neptune is an icon and a hero to thousands of young Grenadians whose lives she has positively influenced through decades of dedicated service. Born on October 2nd, 1974, she really does not look like that, in the village of Grand Bras, St. Andrews. She's the eldest of 11 children and a proud product of humble beginnings. Her academic journey began at St. Andrews RC School and continued at St. Joseph's Convent School, Grenville. She furthered her studies at several respected institutions, including Grenada National College, Serval, the University of the West Indies, Parenting Partners Jamaica, Lincoln College, and Bishop Grosset University. These institutions helped shape her strong character and leadership qualities. Throughout her school years, Sister Dale was actively involved in extracurricular activities, including the Junior Achievers, Brownies, Girl Guides, hiking, debating, singing, dancing, and sports such as long jump and netball. Her sense of community and culture is reflected in her ongoing involvement with the Seroptimists, Latin Rhythms, Hikers Club, yoga, and hospitality department of her church. Community service and advocacy, something that our ministry is extremely passionate about. From an early age, Sister Dale demonstrated a natural passion for community service. As a student, she volunteered at the School for Special Education, Princess Alice Hospital, Sisters of Cluny, and the Cadrona Home for the Aged. After completing school in 1991, she worked under the mentorship of Mrs. Nadia Benjamin, MBE, former Minister of Women's Affairs, at Benjamin's Variety Center, receiving training in event planning, accounting, customer service, and real estate. In 1997, Dale was seconded to the St. Andrews Development Organization, SEDU, where she served as executive secretary and office manager, and the list goes on. Over the past 30 years, Dale has amassed a wealth of experience as a community organizer, adult literacy trainer, parenting and life skills facilitator, counselor, and social worker. Her work has touched the lives of countless families and young people across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. She's known for her warmth, humility, dedication, and professionalism. Certified by the University of the West Indies and Parenting Partners, Jamaica, Dale has spent the last 16 years collaborating with the Ministry of Social Development's Parenting Department. She has led parenting initiatives in communities, churches, clinics, and informal settings, making family empowerment accessible and relevant. She also served as community team leader for the Ministry of Education Adult Literacy Program, Yes I Can, and I Can, tirelessly supporting families facing literacy challenges. Professional leadership. Currently, Dale serves as the Marketing and Job Placement Manager at the New Life organization, NULO, where she has worked for the past 18 years. NULO's mission aligns closely with her values to provide vocational and life skills training for disadvantaged individuals across all backgrounds, fostering personal growth and sustainable development. Dale has also been Adolescent Development Program Coordinator at the St. Andrews Life Center, Coordinator for the European Development Fund Ministry of Social Development, NULO, and Women's Skills Training Program, Life Skills Trainer, Trainer for the Imani Empower Program, Parenting Facilitator, and also in the church. So she's a woman of God. Right? At St. Andrew, the Apostle Church, Dale is an active, and when we say active, we want to stress on the word active, member of the Hospitality Group and Youth Emergency Action Committees, EAC. She has recognized by the Diocese of St. George's for her contributions to youth development and emergency training, especially in helping young people build self-confidence, self-worth, and emotional resilience. Entrepreneurship, so she's also an entrepreneur, and economic empowerment. Sister Dale is a firm believer in sustainable national building. Dale is a quality assurance and business partner of GrenadaMarket.com, an online business she has supported for over 17 years. The platform promotes over 20 authentic Grenadian products, from spices like cinnamon, cocoa, and nutmeg to artisanal goods, connecting local producers to international markets. She actively assists farmers, agro-processors, and artisans in developing high-quality products for export. Definitely a daughter of the soil. And it goes on. Her personal life and interests. Dale maintains a vibrant and balanced lifestyle. She enjoys dancing with Latin rhythms, hiking with real Grenadian taxi and tours, spending time by the river, and immersing herself in music and books. She's also the founding member of the Cayuso Bards Calypso Tent, celebrating Grenada culture through creative expression. So this is her legacy of service. Dale Neptune, and I'm very happy to say this, is more than a professional. She is a national treasure, and I want us to give us a round of applause for that. Yeah. A resilient leader, a humble servant of our community through every role she has taken on, from literacy trainer to parenting facilitator, businesswoman to church volunteer. She has stayed true to one mission, and that mission is to uplift others, empower families, and contribute to the greater good of Grenada and beyond. So we welcome you to the podium.
For a moment, I was wondering who is this person she's talking about. Good afternoon, everybody. I am delighted to be here, and let me just acknowledge the head table. Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas, Minister of Social, sorry, my glasses not with me today, and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Petal Rush, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for social development, gender affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Chrissy Worm Charles, Director of Social Development, Ministry of Social Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Ms. Isinta Alexis, Senior Program Officer, Gender Analysis, and the head of the Gender Machinery Division of Gender and Family Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Esteemed awardees, specially invited guests, other senior government officials, staff of the Ministry of Social Development and Parenting, members of the media, everybody, good afternoon. Now, I stayed up all night trying to put something together because I was only told like a few hours I have to do this. However, you know, I always root for you. Right, so before I really speak about, you know, the theme, with sponsors in the room here, I am extremely delighted that we have sponsors. In 2008, the ministry embarked on parenting program and also to train people in the service in parenting, facilitating. And so we were the guinea pigs then. And at that time, the National Training Agency, because Grenada did not have a national training agency, everybody had to go to Jamaica. And so we had to pay Jamaica and, you know, go through companies. And so it was very tough for people in Grenada. And so I wrote a little something here to remember because it's quite a bit. All right, so in 2008, the Ministry of Social Development took a bold and necessary step by ramping up the family-focused activities across the island state, recognizing the need for early intervention and strong parental guidance. The ministry partnered with Parenting Partners Jamaica and University of the West Indies to train 58 dedicated individuals, teachers, community leaders, life skill coaches in parenting facilitation. Now, this course was 1 year in the classroom and 1 year back as practicing. And a lot of businesses at that time, they didn't buy into this parenting business because the reward back is slow. You know, life skills and interpersonal skills and getting people to change their lives is a very slow process. And so we didn't have any sponsors, right? So a few of us, minister sitting there now at the time, she worked at Ministry of Education. The coordinator too at the time is Lindona Glasgow, Mrs. Jean Sukram, and Sergeant Nelson, I think he's Inspector Nelson now, we combed many villages in Grenada, long nights, and we paid out of our pockets. Fuel, refreshments, flip charts, markers, and when the parents came, some of them, they had a lot of needs. We didn't have, but they were looking at us for things. And the ministry at the time, they didn't understand the process because this was something new. But however, I must say that we didn't stop. And since 2008, even at times I alone, out in the communities across Grenada, doing parenting, facilitating, and getting families to, conflict resolution and so forth. But I must say, however, the Ministry of Social Development always support the cause. And I will let them know, we have a session here. So we went to places like Munich, and we had to go in the night on the block when the guys came out to hang out, all right, because we could not get them during the day, or they were not interested. And of course, we have to get the fathers as well, not just the mothers. All right, so we went in the night. We went to clinics, Granborough, Soteres, and so on. We went to Pearls. At that time, we had a crisis in Grenada, in Pearls, and some other areas where children were not going to school, they were gambling. And so that was a serious problem. And the RGPF, they were struggling with it. And so one of the team members, Sergeant Nelson, minister here, she wasn't minister at the time yet, and but however, she was with us, and Miss Sukram, we went into Pearls and helped the police. And so we got the children going back to school. We got the parents, and some of them would say, I don't have nothing to eat, I don't have anything. And we asked, what do you have at the back of your house? And they said, well, who have Gospo, and who have Watts, and who have Kalaloo, and who have Dashin. And I remember we got two of the parents who had Gospo. One had a Gospo tree, one had a sweet orange tree. And so we got them to make juice, got the permission from the school there to sell the juice, lunchtime and break time. And they turned out to be business people. They ventured into barbecuing on Fridays and so on. From there, not thinking about that, they can use the resources that they had. So we're talking about survival cooking and survival entrepreneurship, starting very small. So I just thought I will give, just a little synopsis of from how far the parenting department, and I want to, let's put our hands together for Ministry of Social Development. And also to you, the sponsors, I am extremely proud of you for sponsoring. Right, so that was just a little touch of, Right, so now to deal with the theme and so forth. All right, it is an honor to stand here to deliver this message to you today. With the theme in mind, strengthening families, building future, honoring partnerships for resilience and growth. This theme speaks directly to the heart of nation building, because behind every strong community, every thriving nation, and every successful individual, there is a family. Not always traditional in structure, not always perfect in function, but always a source of identity, belonging, and potential. Strengthening families begins with acknowledging that families are the first social institution every human encounters. They are first teachers, our first line of support system, and our first sense of spirituality, love, and security. But we also know families don't grow strong on their own. They require investment of time, of resources, and most importantly, of partnerships. And you, the sponsors, are part of that as well. I speak to you today not only from a place of experience, but also from a place of truth. In my journey, working with families, youth, and communities across Grenada, Carriacou, and Spiti Martinique, I have seen what resilience looks like. I have seen single mothers attending parenting sessions late at night, holding their sleeping babies while they learn how to break generational cycles. I have seen young men from on the block turning their life around through literacy, mentorship, and second chances. I have seen in our facilitators, our volunteers, and educators who continue to serve without pay, without recognition, without comfort, because they believe in a better tomorrow. I have seen young couples trying to make ends meet, but still find themselves in the parenting session because they are hoping to guide their families in a better way. When government, community, and organizations, schools, faith-based institutions, and private organizations come together with families, real transformation becomes possible. We see reduced youth crime, improved literacy and education outcomes, healthier relationships, and increased resilience, not just for individuals, but for entire communities. And sometime last year, October, we started in a particular community. I wouldn't call the name. They've sometimes scorned upon or looked upon. And I have been there from last October until present. And when I started going, the comments people were making, oh, you're going into this place, or you could go into this place and whatnot. But you know something? I went in there, gave them the respect. They gave me respect. And we had some wonderful sessions from 5 p.m., sometime all up to 8 p.m. And these families there, the skills and resources that these people have, but because people look at them in a particular way, you know they were not shining. And we did several activities, and I am so proud of them to see where they are now, how they feel about themselves. You see how you make people feel, they will remember you, right? And it is important. It doesn't matter what position you are, your educational level, and so on. At the end of the day, it comes down to the individual, all right? And in your walk of life, in your profession, in your daily dealing with people, yes, maybe you have your own issues going on when we talk about families and so on, but try to deal with people in a respectable, a humane way, because a lot of people sometimes because people are not living in a particular place, or this person living in a particular place and they up there, we give them more respect. But I can tell you, from the families I've been dealing with and people over the years, I will tell you, it doesn't matter what professional level people are, they have the same family problems, right? They have masters, and some people down there on zero, but what happens in the family, children not washing the dishes, is the same thing. They throw in the bad towel, wet towel, they leaving it on the bed. Every family across the board, you have to talk and say, why didn't you open the towel or put the dirty towel in the clothes basket, all right? So at the end of the day, it comes down to you and I as individuals, all right? Partnerships, then, so just bear with me. Partnerships, then, are not just nice ideas. They are a necessity. In my work, Over the past 3 decades, from parenting facilitation to life skills training, from youth development to business mentorship, I have witnessed firsthand the power of collaboration when a struggling parent is supported by a trained facilitator and a responsive community network. They are empowered to raise confident, respectful, and responsible children. When a young adult is mentored through literacy program or vocational training, they don't just find employment, they discover their worth. And when these families rise, our communities do too. Our economy grows, our social fabric strengthens, our future becomes more secure. Today, let us honor the partnership that have carried us, the caregivers, the social workers, the teachers, the faith leaders, the volunteers, the government, businesses like yourself here today, and the NGOs, and we rededicate ourselves to working even more closely together. Let us continue building safe homes, nurturing environments, and sustainable futures. Let us support each other in developing families that are not just surviving, but thriving. Families that will raise a generation of bold thinkers, compassionate leaders, and resilient citizens. In closing, I leave you with this. Strengthening families is not just a social goal. It is a moral duty, an economic investment, and a legacy of love. Let us build that legacy together. And before I say thank you here, I also want to thank my employers because they give me the time. And you all are employers, and you know it's not always easy to get off to do other things. And I must thank the board of directors, Newlo management, and staff over the last 18 years for giving me time to do community service. And Sister Margaret and the others, I want to publicly say thank you. And as we continue to work along with Ministry of Social Development. So thank you, and may our continued partnership bring lasting growth and enduring resilience. Have a good afternoon.
Was she not just inspiring? Right? That's really a legacy of work that she has done in Grenada. I first met Dale when I went to the Newlo Foundation, and I want to read this little story. It's a good best practice with the ministry. They've got a program called Boys to Men. And it's such an amazing initiative where they have been working with young men in St. Patrick's who are perhaps on the verge of giving problems, you know, young teenage years. Well, they've pulled them together in an after-school program. And these kids had 2 field visits, which I was really appreciative of accompanying them. And one was to the Newlo Foundation. And Dale came out. This was my second time, I think, meeting her. And she embraced those kids, and she spoke with them, and she gave them a tour of the facility. And it was just so moving. The way it was almost as if every one of those children could be her own child. And I think that for people like that, we really have to embrace them in Grenada, because all families, all children need that support for them to thrive. Let's give her a big hand of applause. It really has been years of dedication. Thank you for what you do. Okay, so now we're ready for the moment we have all been waiting for. The presentation of awards to our exceptional corporate partners. These are organizations that have demonstrated an outstanding commitment to supporting the parenting education unit, by extension, the families of Grenada. Their contributions have been invaluable in expanding our reach and amplifying our impact. We will now have the distinct honor of Ms. Jacinta Alexis, Senior Program Officer with the Ministry of Social and Community Development, to present these well-deserved awards. I'm very excited. Come, Miss Alexis.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And it is so beautiful to be watching all of you here. Thank you. So we are about to begin what we've been waiting for with great anticipation, and I really want to thank each and every one of you for your contributions to families across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Your efforts work with us. You recommend, you are one of our valued partners, each and every one of you, and we do appreciate all your efforts to support our programs, and also not just our programs. Okay, then, not just our programs, but also our families. We really, really do appreciate it. So, standing on the protocol already established, I would like to call on P.S. Rush, Petal Rush, Permanent Secretary. Yes, please, escort. Right. And then it is my pleasure to call on Broadows Tire Center. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Next, we call on Clear Vision Eye Center. We now call on Koyaba Beach Resort. Next, we call George F. Huggins. Now it's our pleasure to call Golden Promotions. Now we call on Glenegg Natural Spring Water. Grenville Credit Union. Next, Hills and Valley Pharmacy. And now we call on LL Ramdani Limited. Thank you, PS. And now we call on Senator the Honorable Gloria Ann Thomas. Thank you. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center and Natural Health Center. Real Value Supermarket. Rebelicious Burger. Sol EC Limited. Spice Island Beach Resort. Stunner Songs and Event Rentals. Sugar and Spice Investments. True Blue Bay Boutique Resort. Umbrellas Beach Bar. Unicoma Courts Grenada Limited. Okay. Okay. And now we have a gift, a presentation to our keynote speaker, Ms. Dale Neptune. And it's good that it's from somebody who she's worked with over the years.
It is my pleasure. This award. We've been through all the hills and the valleys. We were trained together, we work together, and we continue to be together.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Senator Honor Gloria Ann Thomas. And this brings us to the end of this segment, but not the end of this process. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Miss Alexis. I'll tell you something about Miss Alexis at the ministry. She's very quiet, but you see at the back, it's a big brain going on there in managing and moving things forward. Thank you very much for presenting the awards. And congratulations to all of the awardees. Sitting here and watching all of this, my heart was so full because right here in this room is a powerful act of nation building. It's a powerful moment where we see where your investments are going to, the appreciation for these investments. And this week, we are seeing so much of the need for this parenting education in all our communities. It is the way forward for Grenada building a strong nation. Now, I have the great pleasure of calling on Miss P.S. Petal Rush, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, to lead in a special segment called Partnership Commitment, our call to action. Ms. Rush?
Good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful. Our hearts are beating. Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas, Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Dale Neptune, keynote speaker, lead parenting facilitator, champion of community, family, and nation building, Ms. Chrissy Worm Charles, Director of Social Development, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Jacinta Alexis, Senior Program Officer, Gender Analyst and Head of the Gender Machinery, Division of Gender and Family Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, esteemed awardees, specially invited guests, other senior government officials, staff of the ministry, members of the media, pleasant good evening. On behalf of the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, I wish to extend heartfelt thanks and appreciation to all of you, our sponsors, for your continued support and collaboration. I also joined with the Honorable Minister, Gloria Ann Thomas, in expressing our collective gratitude. Today, as we commemorate International Family Day, we join with the global community in recognizing the essential role that family play in the development and well-being of our nation. Families are the foundational pillars of any society, and what takes place within that unit inevitably ripples out to shape the wider national landscape. Therefore, the necessary structures must be put in place to develop programs and interventions that target different facets of the family life or the family as a whole. At the ministry, through the dedicated work of the parenting unit, we have taken proactive steps to implement a range of initiatives that address the needs and challenges faced by families. We are proud to note many of these initiatives have been made possible through your partnership through the partnership of you, our valued stakeholders. We acknowledge that government resources alone are insufficient to meet the growing needs of our communities. Your support has enabled us to reach further, do more, and touch lives in a meaningful way that would otherwise not have been possible. to our stakeholders who are standing with families as pillars of national development, social resilience, and sustainable futures. Therefore, as a tangible demonstration of your response, I would like to invite you to join me in proclaiming a partnership pledge. A pledge to stand with families across Grenada and to invest in their strength, well-being, and success. So partners, today, I come to you to ask, would you continue the partnership with our ministry as we move forward? Can I get a yes? Thank you. And of course, just want to highlight, sometimes when people hear partnership, they only think dollars and cents. But I want it to be clear. So I would like to state this partnership pledge. And after I'm finished, if you agree, I would like a response, we will support. Okay? And this is a pledge. As a proud recipient, that's you, of this recognition, we reaffirm our commitment to strengthening families across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We, that's you, the awardees, corporate and community partners, pledge to continue standing with families as pillars of national development, social resilience, and sustainable futures. We pledge to, 1, sustain our support for parenting education and family empowerment programs that build stronger, healthier homes, to deepen our partnership with government, civil societies, and communities to ensure that every family has access to tools and support they need to thrive. 3, promote family-friendly practices within our workplaces and networks, creating an environment where caregiving, dignity, and well-being are truly valued. 4, prioritize inclusive investment, especially for families facing economic hardship, disability, or vulnerability. 6, align our efforts with national priority, recognizing that resilient families are essential to climate adaptation, community development, and inclusive growth. We accept this honor as a conclusion, as not a conclusion, but as a call for action. Together, let us continue to build a future where every family is supported, every parent is empowered, every child can grow in love, safety, and opportunity. This is your pledge. This is your shared purpose. This is your continued commitment. So do you agree to partner with us? I don't think I heard correctly. Wonderful. Thank you so much, and we look forward to this continued commitment. Thank you. Okay, and just a short detour. Someone was missed on the list as relates to our partners. We humbly apologize, but we want to ensure we give you your candles while you're here. So I call back Miss Alexis, and she would recognize you. Oh, you want? That's your role. No, you have to hand over.
Okay, so we call on Grenada Bottling Company Limited. I have been asked to find out if we missed anyone in the room. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Alexis, thank you for acknowledging this one more partner. And Ms. Petalrush, thank you for the call to action and the pledge. The strength of our work lies in the enduring partnerships we forge. Now, I want to share another little experience I had today on a call where we are trying to plan some programs in Carriacou called Safe Spaces for Children in Primary and Secondary School. And one of the people on the call, she said, I noticed that staff at the ministry, the normal workload for a counselor should be like 30 people, but our counselors are carrying over 100 cases. And that really touched me because it shows you the dedication is there even when people are being overworked and there are too many people. And you know what was really interesting? The woman who was on the call, she said, can I volunteer? If your program has a place to volunteer, I would be willing to be trained to be a parenting facilitator, whatever you need, so that I can support the workload of the staff. Isn't that amazing? Let's give them an applause. Okay. Okay, so our minister has to leave for another engagement, so we want to thank you for being here with us and acknowledge that you need to leave now. Thank you. Okay, now we have another exciting part to our event. We are going to hear remarks by some of our corporate partner representatives, some reflections on partnership and corporate social responsibility. I'd like to call on Miss Alicia Alexander Roberts, Member Care and Marketing Manager, Grenville Cooperative Credit Union.
Please permit me to stand on protocol already established. Pleasant evening, everyone. On this International Family Day, we reflect on the enduring partnership between the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union and the Ministry of Social Development. Together, we have championed initiatives that empower families, fostering resilience and well-being within our community. This year's theme, Family-Oriented Policies for Sustainable Development, underscores the importance of integrating families' perspectives into development policies. It aligns with our shared commitment to creating environments where families can strive. Through collaborative efforts, we have provided financial education support services and community programs that address the evolving needs of families. Through our generous sponsorships and partnerships in education, with our scholarship and school partnership programs, and sports with our partnership with the St. Andrews Football League and other financial literacy programs, such as our just completed Business Smart Forum held today, we have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to nurturing talent, building knowledge, and encouraging personal growth, all geared towards supporting families for sustainable development. The Credit Union of Grenville is not only helping individuals strive today, but also shaping a stronger, more resilient community for tomorrow. Thank you for your attention, and let's continue to support the Ministry of Social Development as they endeavor to help in building stronger and more resilient families, ensuring a sustainable and prosperous future for all.
I love this piece, ensuring a sustainable and prosperous future for all of us. Thank you very much, Ms. Roberts. Big hand of applause for her. Thank you. for your partnership, and thank you for the support that the credit union shows. I'd like now to call on Miss Marie Fielden, Managing Director of True Blue Bay Resort. My apologies. Please come.
Good afternoon, everybody. Protocol already being established. I'm Marie Fielden from True Blue Bay Resort, and my parents bought the hotel in 1998, and I've pretty much grown up there my whole life, pretty much. So a big part of our culture at True Blue Bay Resort has always been make sure we take care of our environment and make sure we take care of our families. And that means our internal family, our True Blue family, as well as our community family. At True Blue Bay Resort, our motto is to make our guests happy and to be happy in doing so. And to me, as the facilitator of that motto, I like to think that my corporate responsibility is to make sure that my staff are mentally and financially capable to fulfill that motto. So by making sure that they when they come to work, that they are happy, that they are well fed, that they don't have to worry financially about their homes, that they don't have to worry about childcare. We do this in other ways, like making sure we support new mothers. We match the maternity and paternity leave for new moms, so we give 6 months maternity leave, and and all paid. And we also did paternity leave, which didn't quite exist yet, but I believe the ministry is now bringing that into effect. So we do 2 weeks paternity leave, but we plan to extend that as well. And we do a lot of other things, like making sure that, we do, of course, free meals for our staff, no matter what shift they're working. We encourage work-life balance by making sure this year we implemented a 5-day work week instead of a 44-hour work week, and we didn't reduce any salaries. We actually increased salaries this year as well. We do other things like encouraging, we do financial workshops for our staff for free. We have family fun days. And that's just what we do for our staff. We try and extend that into the community by offering a lot of kids' activities. I have young kids, and there's not a lot that you can do here besides, obviously being blessed by the beach and the waterfalls and the rivers and all the natural things. But at True Blue, we do a lot of family activities. We do our Christmas bazaars, our Easter bazaars that have free Easter egg hunts, free kids activity. We encourage family outings, family vacations. Kids stay for free at True Blue Bay Resort. And all of these things help build families by experiencing different activities together or encouraging family activities. Another thing that we do is we encourage our guests at True Blue to be a part of the initiative by supporting Pack for a Purpose, meaning they come to Grenada with essential supplies that school kids may need in Grenada that you can't necessarily get here, or for families who are less fortunate. So they bring whole suitcases down, books, backpacks, shoes, and all those different items, and we bring them to the schools. We've been working closely with Vendome RC School and the Grenada Community Library, and we distribute them to the kids who are there. We are also very strong supporters of the Grenada Community Library. You guys know about the Grenada Community Library? It's Grenada's free library, and it has over 500 students registered to that library. And it's a place in town. If you haven't been there, I encourage everybody to go and visit it. It's in the heart of town, and the school kids go there after school. It's a safe place for them to go while their parents finish off work, and it's free. They go and do their homework. They have people there to assist in different ways. You're surrounded by books and different worlds over there. So we encourage anybody who is interested in supporting the community library, please do, because they do still need a lot of support. And let's see, what else do I have here? I'd just like to applaud all the work that everybody has done in here, and especially the Ministry of Social Development. And just to let you know, you will have another partner in Carriacou, as True Blue Bay Resort is going to build a sister resort on our sister island. So you will have another partner to help with whatever you want to do over there. You know, we will fully support you guys in Carriacou as well as Grenada and Petit Martinique as well. So just want to end by saying strong families build strong communities, and together, everybody here in this room, we are making that happen. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. This is really inspiring to hear what True Blue Bay Resort is doing in the community. Thank you for sharing. You know, while you were speaking, I remember this little phrase called happy wife, happy life. But now I think of a new one. I say happy parents, happy children, and happy life. Happy parents, happy children, happy life. And I think all what I'm seeing is really leading to that. This is really inspirational. Now I'd like to call on the representative from Hills and Valley Pharmacy. I'm sorry, I don't have your name, sir. Come on, yes. What's your name? I want to say your name properly.
Omnisci.
Omnisci?
That's it.
Omnisci. Okay, Omnisci. Thank you for being here.
With protocol already established, good evening. As part of our social responsibility, we are proud to have been and hope to continue being a support to the Ministry of Social Development in its initiatives to support Grenadians' quality of life. Hills and Valley Pharmacy was established with humble beginnings in 1999 at Hillsborough, Carriacou. During the 2010s, the business expanded to the mainland, now including a distribution center, pharmacies at Halifax Street, St. George, and Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, and a polyclinic at Granby Street, St. George's. At the polyclinic, the Medcare Center find a dispensary, doctor's office, and accommodations for massage therapy and physiotherapy. As we assert in our slogan, we aim to make your health our business. Our locations house pharmacists ready for consultations, free consultations, and medications and medical supplies at competitive prices. With Hills and Valley's network of staff and businesses, our commitment is to serve in a timely, consistent, and affordable manner to meet our customers' demands. This, with our range of offerings, makes Hills and Valley Pharmacy a top choice for healthcare products and services for you, your family, and the Tri-Island State. We look forward to serving you.
Thank you very much, Omnisci. Did I say your name correctly? Yes. Thank you very much for your contribution and your partnership with the Ministry of Social and Community Development. So we are coming pretty close to the end of our evening. But before we end, we have two more things. By the way, I want to be reminded of my quote I just came up with. It's a happy, help me here, happy parents, happy children, happy life. Remember that tonight. Okay, so as our formal program draws to an end, we would now like to hear final remarks from the team, the gender unit of the parenting unit. These staff members work so hard, and as I get to experience all the work that they're doing over the last couple of weeks, I want to give them a big round of applause for living their commitment to parents in Grenada. And if you got to know all of them, their personalities are amazing. The care, the love, they're just so energized to do work that really matters to them. So I'd like to invite them for their closing.
Ready? Okay. Parenting begins with a vision, a mission to nurture strong, resilient individuals, and a mission to build families that strengthen the fabric of society. Senator the Honorable Gloria Thomas, Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Petal Rush, Permanent Secretary with responsibility for Social Development and Gender Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Dale Neptune, Keynote Speaker, Lead Parenting Facilitator, Champion of Community, Family and Nation Building, Ms. Chrissy Womb-Charles, Director of Social Development, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Ms. Jacinta Alexis, Senior Program Officer, Gender Analyst, and Head of Gender Missionary, Division of Gender and Family Affairs, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Esteemed awardees, specially invited guests, other senior government officials, staff of the Ministry of Social Development and parenting units, members of the media. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. That sounds better. On behalf of the organizing team and all workers present here today, we take this opportunity to extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who made this celebration of International Day of Families 2025 a resounding success. Today has reminded us not only of the power of family, but of the deep-rooted values we hold as Grenadians: unity, compassion, and our prized and invited interdependence. As a people, we have weathered storms, both literal and fugitive. We know that strong families are the cornerstone of a strong nation. So together, we aspire, build, and advance as one. At this time, we would also like to express our sincere appreciation to Senator the Honorable Gloria Ann Thomas and the Permanent Secretary, Ms. Petal Rush, of the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs for their continued leadership, guidance, and unwavering support. Your vision and commitment to advancing the national social protection policy and to strengthen families across the state of Grenada have been instrumental in bringing us to this point. We are deeply grateful for the trust you have placed in us and the example you continue to set. We would especially like to recognize and to thank our private sector partners whose support has been nothing short of outstanding. Through your generous contributions, collaborative spirits, and commitment to social responsibility, you have helped us not only mark this day with dignity and pride, but also uplift families in tangible and lasting ways. From sponsorships and in-kind support to shared outreach and employment opportunities, your role in this journey cannot be overstated. Therefore, this event is a testament to what we can accomplish when we come together, public and private sectors, community groups, and citizens with a shared purpose to uplift our families and strengthen our society. With continued partnership, we are confident, and our mission will grow from strength to strength. A very special thank you to our chairperson, Ms. Magdalene Kuhlman, whose steady guidance and graceful stewardship helped shape the tone and flow of today's celebration. Your leadership helped us focused and inspired throughout the events. We also extend heartfelt thanks to our guest speaker and an outstanding Grenadian sister, Ms. Dale Neptune. Whose powerful message reminded us of the purpose behind this day, to affirm the importance of family as the building block of society, and to continue investing in structures that support and protect them. Your words have left a lasting impact. Thank you. To our organizers, volunteers, speakers, and everyone who played a role in making today meaningful and memorable. And now, as one united team, with Grenadian pride in our hearts, we say together, stronger families, resilient Grenada, together we build the future. Thank you.
Don't you just love the spirit? And let's give them a big round of applause. They are so amazing, and you must see them in action when they have those parenting sessions on evenings. Next week, this wonderful group of parenting educators, they are heading out to Guelph. I think it's on Monday, and on Tuesday, they will be in St. David's doing parenting sessions, and they're really amazing. If anybody wants to go, contact me. I'll tell you how. All right, so we're coming to the end, and I'm so inspired tonight. Are you inspired? Do you want more of this? Give yourself a round of applause for being here, for showing up. It takes a village, we know, to raise a child. But you know, globally, we are seeing so many challenges with parents. It's not just in Grenada. Across the Caribbean, we are seeing the rise of crimes. We're seeing so many problems. And in my heart, I know that if families could get it right, they could get the support that they need, we could literally change the landscape. I believe we can do it. And when I hear the story, like Dale, the work that she has done, this is just one person. Could you imagine if we lifted some more people up to say, you guys have the skills, you can do it, we can do it. Can you imagine what Grenada would be like? It would be amazing. And small islands like ours, honestly, we don't have the capacity for more crime. We don't have the capacity for unstable families. We as people, we as professionals, as businesses, we have to drive, and the ministry, that momentum for stability, and the Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, I think they are perfectly situated to drive that force with the support of sponsors. Big hand of applause to everybody. So we now conclude the formal award ceremony. However, we encourage you to stay, to network with each other, and to enjoy the entertainment that's going to be provided by our talented local youth performers cultural group, and to take time today, International Family Day of Families, to really connect with your heart. Speak to another family. Sometimes you are just the thread that they need for the next big step in their life. Never underestimate what the power of one person can do. And right now we are seeing what the collective power of businesses can do in supporting development. Okay, so thank you, and happy, let's go, happy parents, happy. and happy life. Let's get it better than that. Come on, let's go again. Happy parents, happy children, a happy life. One more time, I want you to live with it. Happy parents, happy children, a happy life. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.